K100 ends, and this is an example and really exposes crypto's dirty little secret that most people don't want to talk to you about. And we're going to get there. But of course, before we get into all that and talk about all that, I want to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. I do need to add that I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Only invest what you're willing and able to lose, and always, always, always do your own due diligence. With that being said, let's go ahead and look at the platform. So let's get to it and do it. All right, so this letter was shared to me by my good friend Sierra, my sister from another mister, and she shared this information with me earlier today. I just copied it on here because I want to keep her information private, but she shared this with me. Here's what I want to do. I want to share this letter with you. Then we're going to break down what exactly I think it means and how this is what happens with crypto platforms and crypto's dirty little secrets. So anyway, it says K100 letter of defeat. Now let me give them some kudos to begin with. Most platforms, CloudFi, most platforms go away and you never get this. You never get this, man, well, we did this wrong or this happened. They just go away. They just disappear. They go away. The withdrawals are pending and all that stuff happens. They just disappear. So I have to give kudos for K100 for at least offering some kind of mea culpa, some kind of explanation of what happened. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get into the letter. It says, Dear K100 community, it pains us to draft this letter. We have been thinking of waving the red flag for almost 2 weeks now, but we have been hanging on for the last piece of hope possible. The last 30 days have been a whirlwind with the stepping down of our once CEO and trader, Terrence, and then to the very necessary changes that we had made in the system to ensure longevity. Longevity in this space is predicated on the performance of the overall portfolio. With K100, we were able to raise $10,914,455. I'm sorry, not $10,914,455 in crypto, and we were able to successfully pay out $9,647,004. These transactions left us responsible for 1.2, which is to round this up. We have felt very confident going into August with our investment portfolio, as we had $206,250 in packages in crypto program. The new AMSIS paying roughly $47,000 USDT per month. We also had our largest position in Vortex, should have been Vortex, but Vortex United at $980,000. This position averaged roughly $60,000 per week before override commissions. We also had smaller positions with Stratify Trade, $40,000. That was a loss. We have taken up a $21,000 position with ArcFi in 3 different wallets. The one bright spot project that we won on was Big Whale IO. We were able to ROI 80 BNB, which is roughly 20,000 invested. We are not sure if you are aware or not, but crypto program went on a 90 to 120 day pause on payments recently. That's done. And Vortex United has stopped paying. With these 2 programs not paying, not only does it take away $80,000 per week in payments and the loss of almost 1.2 million that we placed in these 2 companies. We have no choice but to close K100. We regret that we weren't able to win together, and we wish you the best hope in navigating this space. It is our truest desire to exceed your expectations, but we realize we have failed. Once again, we deeply apologize. As I said, man, hey, shout out, kudos to K100 for hey, at least saying, look, we rolled the dice. We understood, putting a lot of money here, and it didn't work out that way. Hey, that happens in life. So kudos to them for owning up to it and being, enough to say that. Hey, it'd been nice if Novatech would have said something like that. Yeah, well, I know you just stop, please stop. You just disappeared. I don't want to hear all that crap about we couldn't say this, that, and the other. And they ain't never said that. They ain't never said anything, right? Anyway, let's get back to what the dirty little secret is. And here's the deal. Now, I wasn't in K100, so I don't know what their premise was, what they said, or what they didn't say. But every platform has a story. What my man Crypto Muscle says, every platform has a story. Here's the story given to us by most of these platforms. Oh, well, we're traders. We're trading. We take your money, we put it into the markets, and with our secure G14 classified trading system or trading bots or trading AI, we create these miraculous returns, and then we give you back a portion of those returns. But here's the real deal. Here's the real secret. I'm glad K100 exposed a lot of it. Most of these platforms are investing in other platforms. Think about this. Why do you think that when one platform goes down, it takes a lot of other platforms with it? It's like platforms just go down all of a sudden at the same time. Oh, this platform may have gotten a letter from somebody and went down because of that, or this platform may have had something negative. Then, like dominoes, 3, 4 of the major platforms fall down because many of them are invested in these other platforms, right? So they take these large positions with a lot of platforms. They'll pay you more if you take a larger position, and then they'll put their money in there, and then they'll break you off a piece of that large position and tell you it was from trading. And some platforms even will show you a trade or two, or this happened and that happened. We're full transparency. We're gonna show you these trades, and they'll show you this hand-picked trades, and it means nothing. It means nothing. So what is this? What does this mean to us? What does it mean? I saw a few groups today. People were saying K100 rug, blah, blah, this, that, and other. I don't know if they rugged or not. I don't say they rugged. I say they ended. All of these platforms will end at some point. All of them. AAS, you name the platform, Big Whale, you name the platform. All of them will end at some point. We as humans, we end. Major businesses that have stockholders and investors, they end, they go away. So how can we expect a crypto platform paying X amount of percentage? How do we expect that to go on forever and ever? Everything is going to end at some point. That's just the nature of the game. What this shows us is what we should be doing, just like they did. Hey, diversifying. But it also shows that even when you diversify, there are times when, hey, all of this it just happens where your diversification, the losses outweigh the wins. That's why even before, what is rule number one? Even before diversification, rule number one is never put in money that you're not willing and able to lose. That's rule number one. Because as you can see, even with diversification, there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees that your larger positions won't overwhelm your smaller ones. Your wins, your wins can't overcome your losses. There's no guarantee in that. So I'm glad K100 had the courage to expose a lot of this. Oh, we're trading. Oh, we have this proprietary that. We have this. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the stories. Put your money in the casino. Put in what you're willing to lose, rule number one. And diversification is rule number two. So anyway, I appreciate K100. I wish them the best. I hope they come back with a better. Let me also say this before we get out of here. Let me also say this. I like what they're doing. I appreciate that what they're doing, and I'm not trying to come down hard on terrorists or anything like that. That's not my point. My point is, at the very beginning, Terrence, from my understanding, represented himself as a owner in this company, not as a CEO, which is different. Not as just a trader, but an owner. And that type of respect that he has and still had or has got a lot of people into this just because they looked at him as an owner, not a CEO, not a trader, owner of the platform. Well, K100 knew that he wasn't an owner, but they went along with it. And so they were actually benefiting by that lie. Let's just call it what it is, by that lie. And so a lot of times, this is just chickens coming home to roost. This is just what happens when you start off with a lie, and then you get caught, and then hey, guess what? Things start going down. So that started the dominoes falling, and then all these other platforms going down. That just kept them going, and then they couldn't overcome that. So hey, make sure that take responsibility for that as well. And I appreciate the letter. All right, guys. Hope you got value from this. If you got value from this, hit the thumbs up button and make sure that you watch this next video. I'll give you my top 5 platforms that as of right now are still paid.